Hi, you are listening to the TNR Podcast. I am recording this because we really didn't get a solid intro on this thing, so you're welcome. My name is Maddie, and alongside Ryan, we are the two regular hosts of this podcast with rotating members from the club. What is the club, you may ask? Well, we are Northeastern's premier satire magazine, and it comes out once in a blue moon. But we also host stand-up events, comedy workshops, and we produce any sort of media that people want to under our umbrella, comedy and sometimes not so much comedy, intentional or otherwise. This week we are joined by our three lovely co-hosts, Sarah, Katy, and Lior. Very excited. I'm not that excited. This already happened. It actually happened a long time ago, but it's coming out now, so deal with it. So before we begin, let's have a word from our sponsor.
Tired of being a wuss little baby? Become a man today with Brogurt, yogurt for men. Brogurt comes in 3 man-tastic flavors: Gun, Glue, and Gains. What does Gains taste like? Try it today and find out, pussy. Brogurt is not legally classified as food. We are not liable for side effects and or mutations occurring after eating Brogurt.
Ryan, go ahead.
Wait, quick question. Are we actually restarting?
No, I just wanted to redo the introduction part because
restarted.
you went around and said, Maddie has a shirt on.
Yeah. I have hair, apparently.
The rest of us don't. We have nothing.
Because I'm dumb.
No.
I did not start. Oh, no, what am I saying? I'm still recording from the first time.
He never stopped.
I didn't start.
So Ryan stopped recording because he thought that me saying that I wanted to redo the introductions meant that I wanted to start a whole new episode.
Listen, I didn't even get a name.
But I just wasn't okay with just being known as Quirky with a shirt and Lior being handsome with hair.
Handsome with hair. I mean, I guess that's not too bad. I don't know.
I didn't even get a compliment.
I'm here.
Katy got no description.
Sarah, I also think you're very handsome.
Thank you.
Yeah, Sarah, we all have hair, so.
Yeah.
You're not special.
I think we all have hair.
Okay, Victoria Justice.
Okay. Do you guys want to... This is kind of taking up a lot of time, though. I think it's my fault. TNR.
Should we do more everybody's introduction, or should we just go straight?
Oh my god. Okay.
Alright,
guys,
never mind.
No, it's like, if you have something... Okay, Sarah, talk about yourself, my love.
I'm Sarah. I'm the other co-head of design. I'm a student. A graphic designer. Hi.
Are you good?
I'm great.
She's in her podcast voice.
Gosh, okay.
I'm Katy. I don't have a leadership role because I don't like responsibility.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's all you need to know.
Lior.
I'm Lior. I'm the head of communications. I play chess. I guess that's a personality trait. And I am
Queen's Gambit.
I consume yogurt.
That's true.
I also consume yogurt.
So.
Brogurt.
It's great.
Check it out.
Classic.
Brogurt too. Brogurt's my
Ryan.
favorite.
I'm Ryan. I make mistakes. I have hair. I wear a sweater sometimes. And Ryan is my name.
He kind of looks like Jim from The Office as well.
He's very lanky.
Just imagine...
Make mistakes.
Imagine Jim talking right now.
Know our hot girl struggle.
Can you do a Jim face?
That was pretty good.
Yeah. Alright, so first thing on our agenda, asteroids.
Where are they?
What's the deal with asteroids, guys?
Where are they? Who are they? What do they want? Where are they? What are they?
Why are people always talking about asteroids? I don't get it.
Why are they the
What
plot
is the
of
deal?
every sci-fi movie? It's just like a rock. Can't we deal with it? There's rocks all around us.
We live on
These are
I'm
real,
really scared of
but-
asteroids.
These are really big rocks.
We're on a really
You're a
big
really
rock.
big rock, Lior.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
that was aggressive.
I appreciate
didn't mean that.
Oh, I thought it was a
was a little
compliment.
rough.
Oh, that's
No,
good,
I mean,
that's good.
can we talk about The Rock? He's very handsome.
Is he related to asteroids?
Is he
Probably.
And if
really
so,
the problem
if so,
here?
Should he be canceled?
I think.
On this episode, we find out.
You know
I
how they
think
use
it's
use like homing missiles to blow up asteroids? I think we should use homing missiles to blow up Dwayne Johnson, just to make sure that we're safe as a nation and in the global community.
He is a threat.
First episode of the
definitely
podcast, we suggest blowing up Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I'd like to officially
It seems
declare
like-
war on Dwayne The Rock Johnson right now.
That's a good idea.
That was the threat of terrorism.
Whoa.
From asteroids.
Or Dwayne The Rock Johnson. They really give him a lot of like overreaching power in most of the movie season, so I think he could be like a threat.
Yeah. Dwayne, we're coming for you. Be
He
prepared.
won't be able to.
I bet you've never heard of TNR, but we declared war.
We've heard of you.
We have 255 followers, so
Can we talk
Watch
about
out.
other things that TNR could stand for?
Trap,
Someone get a
neuter,
good one.
return.
Theta Nu Rho, or sorority / fraternity.
How about the next
The next one.
the next Roblox? What comes next
fir-
after
Dude,
Roblox?
Roblox 2? That would be
The
great.
next Roblox is chess.com. Roblox 2?
The first I remember one of our meetings like 2 years ago. We did trap, neuter, return. That was pretty
That
big.
was like a kind of a joke that like we kind of like kept milking until
Forever.
everyone was like, haha, it's not really like.
It's not really that funny.
Those are the best
but-
jokes, though.
Yeah.
We made we made the TNR logo like Romulus and Remus.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah,
It's a beautiful logo.
I have seen that.
I remember when I came in, everyone in TNR has a really deadpan sense of humor. And I came in and I was like, so what am I going to do as head of design? And they were like, well, we already have a really good logo, so we're not sure if we need you. And I'm like, oh! And they show me, and it's like this like distorted Italian flag with like clip art of Romulus and Remus like suckling from a wolf's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. There's no way to go up from there, so.
and they had used the Photoshop like wet brush tool and like written TNR but like distorted the flag. It was just really disgusting.
Who made
If we
that?
have an image, we'll put it up. I think Jake did.
It
I
seems
wouldn't
like
be
something Jake would
surprised.
make.
Jake
yeah.
is our for people not in the club who are definitely listening right
Yeah.
now.
All of you.
Yeah, all none of you.
All our fans.
All our
Yeah,
fans.
to all the fans out there.
Jake is our king, our non-democratically elected member of the E-board, who is
Yeah,
He's a lot like
Boy,
Queen
Does it
Elizabeth.
show?
yeah, it's symbolic government.
Yeah. He's
Except-
there, and he exists.
He wears fancy clothes.
We're all waiting for him to die.
Northeastern actually built him like a palace to live in.
Yeah.
We're like, this is a little unnecessary, but
I mean, it was in our constitution, so.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Northeastern's really kind to us. They give us lots of perks, you know.
they totally approve of our
Budget.
existence in every
Yeah.
single way.
Budgets. Our mission statement is to overthrow the Northeastern administration. I'm pretty sure.
I respect that.
We've done a
Our-
really
our
shitty
const-
job at it.
Yeah, we really just said, thanks, Ayun, we're just gonna make little jokes. But really, we need to
For
take down
Helen.
the establishment from within. We need to blow up ISIC too. That is not a threat. I'm making a joke. Please don't censure me.
I'm actually still so mad about ISEC too. I know it's old news, but I'm really mad about it.
Me
I
too. Like, our arts buildings are literally crumbling from
they're
within.
falling
and
apart.
They're like, you know what we need? Another one of a building we already have.
Okay.
They are making people live in hotels, and they're like, we need ISEC too.
Because our STEM students don't have enough resources.
They don't have enough.
Well, as a STEM student myself, I could say,
To play devil's advocate.
How do we know that ISEC 2 isn't being used to fight this asteroid problem? I think that's something we should think about.
That's a
Classic
valid
bait
point.
and
This is
switch
true.
used by all STEM
It's very
students.
valid.
Look, if there's an asteroid
Super
coming,
valid.
We need to have
it doesn't
ISEC
matter
2
where we
ready.
live. We need to have ISEC 2 ready.
Yeah, because they're really gonna put up a good fight.
That's why it costs so much.
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay, next topic. Current events. Actually, no. Okay, on the real.
Yep.
On the real. How I'm broken. How likely do we think that we're gonna be blown up by an asteroid or like by like Yellowstone?
I think it's about a 50% chance.
Of each?
So,
Yeah.
So 100% chance we're gonna die of a natural disaster.
Yes.
look, we're generation Z. We're
That's
the end.
true.
What comes after Z?
Yeah, there's
Nothing.
They literally said,
They predicted it.
yeah.
So generation now, generation I, generation no.
Yeah, why did the generationalists say, like, yeah, you're the last one. Sorry. End of the line.
Generation 1.
We
Generation
switch
2.
numbering system.
I think it'll actually end up being, like, Generation Alpha
Yeah, that's what
and
I think it
Generation
is.
Beta, which really upsets me deeply.
That feels dystopian.
That's gonna, oh god, I
Dude,
have
it's gonna be
nightmares
so
about
bad.
it.
being the,
Generation
can you imagine
Beta.
being you're the beta generation.
Yeah. A whole generation of beta cucks.
Oh.
Here they come.
Thought we already had that with these millennials, am I right?
Haha, leftists. None of those in this call. I think we should switch to the Cyrillic alphabet and just confuse people. Just like have a bunch of like Russian letters and people are like, what?
No one would see it coming.
No one.
No.
Well, I mean, alpha. That's Roman.
It's Greek.
It's
God,
garbage.
I'm so
that's what it is.
stupid.
It's garbage.
Damn.
No. All right. The inauguration.
Yeah.
Any hot takes?
I think Michelle Obama looked pretty good. She had a nice dress on. A nice outfit, sorry, not a dress.
I
Was
think the
that
inauguration
No, it's
was
true.
fine.
Was she not wearing a dress?
No, yeah, I think it was a pantsuit.
Yeah, it was pants.
Queen.
Yeah. It looked very nice.
Cool.
Can't believe she's the first woman to wear pants. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I respect her a lot for it.
It's really brave.
That's why I voted for her.
That's why I wrote in a candidate.
Make
If
your
anyone
voice heard.
wrote in a like Kanye West, like I really just want to like remove them from, like remove them, or like just like wrote in anybody. It's like I know like the like third party candidates are important or whatever, but like,
Yikes.
Oh, okay.
Gonna lose
maybe
our
we'll
Green
cut this
Party
out.
support.
Oh yeah, Jesus! All of the Green Party listeners. I'd be surprised if we have like 4 listeners, and the likelihood that one of them is part of the Green Party.
Pretty high,
Is
to
extraordinarily
be
high.
honest.
Bernie's mittens.
They were very nice. Looked very cozy.
They
Just
look
like
warm.
Bert.
Yeah.
Trying to take
We're
Are
only need
gloves
them.
gloves or
Away.
mittens?
I don't know. He kind of seemed like a hipster in them. Kind of like a poser. Like, oh, you're wearing gloves. We get it.
I thought they were
I really
mittens.
like those convertible ones where there's like a top that flips over and they become
Those ones
mittens,
are
but
always
you can
so
also
cool.
take your fingers out. I like
Yeah.
I don't
those.
like
I wear
those.
them.
I don't like those.
Multi-purposeful.
You have to commit to one or the other.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know
you
they're
go
really
back and
cringe,
forth.
but I wear them because I want to be able to touch my phone and hold things, but mittens are warmer.
Especially when
Are
they're
they
fingerless,
rich?
it looks really cool.
Yeah.
Thoughts on fingerless gloves?
100% would wear.
I think they're
If I
sick.
owned any.
Wish-
What do I need to touch that badly?
They're not sick. They're
I don't know,
I like
Lior.
mittens.
What do you care about in life?
Are we talking about like fingerless gloves, like sexy fingerless gloves, or like gaming gloves?
Gaming gloves.
What are gaming gloves?
You know, like
Yeah,
those
wait,
ones.
What the fuck are gaming gloves?
Fingerless
Hold on.
gaming
Yeah,
gloves?
like they've got like a little strap here. Like, okay.
Like a brace, like an arm brace?
Yeah, do you mean
No.
like an athletic thing, or?
It looks
Like-
like an athletic thing. I don't know if actual gamers use them. I feel like in the early 2000s in a lot of media, like gamer characters will be wearing these fingerless gloves.
Hmm.
Are
I'm
they, like,
trying to think of
ergonomic
an
I
or
have
example.
something?
Okay.
no idea what you're
Okay,
talking about.
okay.
For
There
better
was an
grip?
episode. I thought of an example. There was an episode of iCarly where Spencer got addicted to Pac-Man or whatever, and there was this like girl who was like the best Pac-Man player in the world. I think it was called Pac-Rat actually, but
That
she
sounds
like
right,
put
yeah.
on this like weird glove before she played, and I feel like that was very common in like older media. They had like gamey gloves, you know.
Maybe
I think
it
that's
was just Nickelodeon, and they only had
Maybe.
one, and they gave it to they have the one prop, and they gave it to every
It's
single
possible.
person. who
Like I
played a
can't think of any
gamer.
specific example, but I was like, yeah, that looks right. So
I feel like it was probably Dan Snyder's glove.
He
I
put it
hope
on his
not.
foot.
yeah.
Sorry.
I don't know. I feel like it could be a gamer thing. Like, you know how gamers have like everything looks like a Sonic the Hedgehog villain. Like that's what every gamer object looks like.
I mean, yeah.
Like the chair and everything. It's
No.
got this like black and red and like pointy aesthetic.
What
Okay,
about the
they always,
keyboard?
Shadow
like,
the
come up,
Hedgehog.
they always like come up a little bit in the back.
Yeah.
No, but they have like rainbow keyboards.
Yeah.
That's
That's a newer thing.
That's like gay. So
Yeah, that's like this super gay. So I'm talking about gamer stuff.
The true gamers.
Yeah, they've got that like
the true
Alienware aesthetic.
heterosexual
I feel like
gamers.
the gloves go with that. Yeah, the heterosexual gamers.
Yeah,
of
they
which
kind of like have like Power
am.
Ranger aesthetic, like
The best aesthetic.
or like Transformers.
Yeah, yeah.
Power-
Right.
yeah.
I was told a lot about Transformers the other day. Like I learned a lot about Decepticons, and the fact that I learned the word Decepticon is like deeply troubling to me. But now I do, and I can't take it back unless I hit myself on the head and like get amnesia. So
I think
there's
you
no-
should.
Thank you for your input. I'm a big
Do it.
I not big into Transformers, but I know a lot about them. I know people who
the,
know a
the
lot.
lore.
Somebody I know from middle school disappeared for 8 years, and then when he resurfaced, all I knew about him was that he really wanted to work on a Michael Bay Transformer movie. That's all I know. Like,
What happened in
kinda
the 8 years?
dude, I don't
Where'd
know,
he
but
go?
but like,
He transformed.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
was
know.
there the whole time. He was just in the parking lot. Lior.
Yeah, I just didn't see him.
didn't see
I
him.
didn't see him. I don't know what it was.
He was just lying face down in a parking spot. Just like, I am a car.
It was a car.
It was like a fire hydrant or something. Wait,
Yeah.
can you?
They can't become fire hydrants.
Why not?
Why not?
I don't know. I don't really know the rules of Transformers.
Arguably, a fire.
It's like fighter jets too, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Or
yeah.
am I
Whatever happened with that Transformers movie where it looked like the girl was
Oh,
having a
Bumblebee.
relationship with the car? Yeah, that one.
with Haley Steinfeld played the girl who developed
Probably.
an emotional attachment.
Did anyone see that movie?
No.
No, but
Probably
it got
not.
good reviews,
Oh, cool.
which is weird because it's a Transformer movie.
Do you
Yeah,
think it was
I
like a
couldn't
Shape
tell
of
whether it
Water
was like a-
situation?
I couldn't tell whether it was like a Shape of Water or whether it was like a boy and his dog type of deal.
Guillermo del Toro directs the next
My God.
Transformers movie. Wait, who directed it?
It wasn't Bay.
Wait, Michael
No, it
Bay.
couldn't have been.
I thought Michael Bay directed like all the Transformers movies.
No, I think they
This
got
was
a
like
new
a
Travis-
spin-off or something.
Travis Knight.
Who's
And it got a 91% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Whoa.
Oh, Michael Bay produced it.
That makes
That's a lot of
sense.
tomatoes.
Ah, yes, of course.
That is a name.
My man.
John Cena plays Agent Burns. Oh my god, Dylan O'Brien plays Bumblebee.
Oh, Dylan O'Brien is hot. Wait, what? Isn't Bumblebee
Yeah,
the
he's
car?
super hot.
Who's Dylan
Yeah, yeah.
O'Brien?
Why did they need him to play the Bumblebee? Why did they
I
need to hire
actually
him?
dislike when movies get like famous like regular actors to do voice acting, just like for the
Kid
for the
Transformers
lulls.
talk?
I think they do.
little.
I think
Of
that's
course
why.
they can.
Okay, Ryan.
I think like when they're
also they're supposed to
robots, they
start
can
a
talk.
relationship.
I think it's like Cosmo and Wanda.
Oh, because Optimus Prime says a bunch of shit.
Yeah,
Yes.
big talker
think.
Optimus.
He's like,
I've never seen a
I'm
Transformers movie.
Optimus Prime.
Same. I
I don't
just
know
A
anything.
famous
about
Optimus
know
Prime
nothing.
line.
Hey, everybody, it's me, Optimus Prime. I know about things. Can we talk about Bionicles?
Oh
Wow.
God,
There's a franchise.
I have a friend that knows like the entire lore of Bionicle.
Dude, I love the
It's
Bionicles.
just
it.
like-
Bionicles growing up.
It's the same thing, right? It's just like...
No, it's a
those-
metaphor.
Oh my god, is it for World War One?
No, it's. You see, I heard a little bit about the lore, so I can fill you in. Madanui is actually the entire. It's supposed to be the human body, and all the Bionicles are supposed to be like antibodies.
What?
I'm pretty sure that's correct, but not 100% sure. Like 50% correct.
Okay. That sounds like one of those things, you know, when people try to make these like weird edgy theories about like they're like all the Winnie the Pooh characters
Yeah.
have a different mental illness and Christopher Robin is schizophrenic, like, and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
like, okay.
The thing is, I think this is the actual lore.
That's so funny.
It's
What was the actual lore? Sorry.
that, like, they're all the Bionicles are just antibodies or something
God,
like
I
that.
want some antibodies. Am I right, guys?
Amen.
So
like
like
coronavirus.
Bionicles are like a vaccine?
No, they're already in the body.
They're in a
They're
body. and they're
natural
fighting-
antibodies.
Yeah, natural antibodies.
Whoa. So the whoa.
That's why there's a fire one and a green one. You know, all the stuff that's in the body.
How there's
The
there's no
fire
in the
antibodies.
body.
Yes.
What? What are you telling me about my body?
It's
Clearly,
full of
there's a lot
fire
you
and
don't know,
green.
Lior.
I guess so.
It's what they use to fight all the diseases. That's why they're releasing a new special edition COVID Bionicle.
Of course.
The Pfizer COVID Bionicle.
You get like a free vaccine with the purchase of a
Fauci
Bionicle.
just starts launching into like some Bionicle fan fiction. He's like, this is how we're gonna do it.
I mean, who doesn't love it? Who doesn't love Bionicle?
Ninjago?
Lego
not a fan?
Ninjago. You know those commercials? They'd be like,
Yeah.
Lego Ninjago. I actually love the Lego narrators. You can build. I love that.
What is it? Lego City Escape. What was that
Yeah,
mean?
I don't know. I love in every Lego City commercial there's a guy that goes, "Hey!" like a little minifigure, and there's a video of like all Lego City commercials synced up so that the hey is at the same time, and so you just hear like this wall of like sound, and then you hear hey. It's really good.
Oh, alright. Glad we could talk about Transformers.
What were we talking about
Bionicles.
originally?
I don't want to talk about it. Fictional crushes. Let's talk about it.
I mean,
Let's break it
Bumblebee.
down.
No, I'm kidding.
Bumblebee,
I never saw
played by
Bumblebee.
Dylan O'Brien.
I mean,
Jeez. Awooga, like...
I mean, there is a lot there, you know?
Is there?
I don't know.
I
Probably.
mean, lot of car parts. Yellow car parts. Does anyone besides me have a problematic fictional crush?
I don't watch a lot of things. I don't know.
You don't watch a lot of things.
Just
Yeah,
generally.
Don't.
Just
Just
like,
generally.
Like look.
She's just living.
Just vibing.
I'm in the
Man.
moment. Like,
Imagine having a real life instead of watching
Yeah.
things.
I mean, I do watch things. I just don't watch a lot of things. Oh, I have a crush on Mrs. Maisel.
oh. She's
But I
sweet.
also want to be Mrs. Maisel, you know?
Mm.
I feel like Mrs. Maisel could swing the other way. Like, it's the 50s, so she doesn't know that that's an option for her, but I feel like if, you know, if she came to the
Right.
present, we were like, we can just do both now. She'd be like, oh, I'm into that. I think she'd be down.
She'd be like, well, great! Or however
Yeah.
she would talk. I don't know. I've only seen the trailer.
I just love it. It's so
How
funny.
about
After, like,
that? Yeah.
the first, like, episode my parents and I watched together, I was like, I just think she's so wonderful. I was like, I've never watched a show and just been so deeply rooting for the main character. I don't want her to have any flaws. She doesn't need them. She's just so great.
Yeah, most of the
Sorry.
time when I watch a show, I root
Like,
against
it's
the
amazing.
main character. If they fail.
Yeah.
Well, that was me during the entire Star Wars movies recently. I just really wanted Kylo Ren to, like, kill all of the main characters and be the main character. And take his helmet off more. But it,
Yeah.
sadly,
I mean,
he,
Yeah.
I don't root against the Marvel characters, but I don't like very many of them.
you don't root for them
Yeah.
either.
I don't root for them. I'm just kind of
Just
like,
kinda
okay.
there.
Whatever
Yeah.
happens, happens.
The only people I really disagree. I feel like I root for every single Marvel character.
I feel like
And I get,
yeah.
like, invested in it. And
I
it's
just don't
so,
like
like,
them very much.
consumable and, like, entertaining. They used to be, like, so bad, in my opinion. Like, the old Captain America movie
Mm.
and, like, Winter Soldier. I know that is, like, a favorite of, like, nerds and, like, sorry. I'm being controversial, like, no one's safe, but, I know that this is, like, a favorite Marvel movie. It is the most slow, boring piece of garbage that I've ever seen, and all of it is just, like, weirdly staged, long, like, weird wide shot, far back action scenes that, like, don't cut and aren't exciting. Sorry, this is, like,
But
not
consider
something anybody
this.
cares about.
I love Bucky.
Yeah,
And
but
that's
he's
all
in the
that
later
matters.
movies, too. Yeah, oh god, Jesus. It's Kylo Ren. That's a picture of Kylo Ren.
They are... No, they're not the same.
I mean, he does the villain thing, right? I mean, is it Winter Soldier? It's just, I know.
It's an allegory for the Cold War.
Oh, doesn't he just like come back evil and it's like a ooh,
He was mind
he's
controlled.
dead and now he's evil. It's. I'm saying this
Yeah.
because Winter Soldier in the comics ran at the same time as Under the Red Hood, which I think is better because I like Batman, and now they can never make an Under the Red Hood movie because everyone would be like, this is just Winter Soldier, but it's the opposite.
I'm sorry.
You have salt.
Yeah.
This is all your fault.
There is an animated Under the Red Hood.
I know.
There's an animated Under the Red Hood movie, and the guy who plays the Red Hood is Jansen Ackles from Supernatural.
That's awful.
Is that the one where you have like multiple endings? Wasn't there a movie?
Oh,
like that
they did
recently?
come out with a new version of it. Yes, that
That's
was very
wild.
recent.
Of Supernatural?
No, of Under the Red Hood.
I was like,
Supernatural though.
Like an interactive, like, Bandersnatch, like,
Oh my God.
Supernatural episode.
I feel like they could make money off of that after all the confusion about the
Yeah,
secret
you could
Supernatural
decide
ending.
if he was gay or not.
Yeah.
That's all they needed to do. Did
Were you
not
guys
see
not
that at all?
following the Supernatural drama? Because we were.
No.
We don't
I've
watch
seen
the
about
show, but
30 minutes of one episode, and it was with clowns, so I
I've
never
seen
watched
about
it again.
60 seconds of one episode, and I know way too much about all this situation with the ending. The car went to heaven.
They died?
Oh yeah, they die, I think.
Cass went to super hell because
Yeah.
he was like, Dean, I love you.
He's
So
there's
they
a
said
gay
they buried
angel.
their gays
He's
immediately.
an angel and he's gay, and he went to turbo hell, and then
What?
they go to heaven, and the gay angel is not in heaven, but
Because
the
he's
car
gay.
is.
But
the car is in heaven because it deserves to go to heaven.
I'm so confused.
It was
This
probably
whole-
Okay, but what
So
if the
is
car
the-
was a transformer?
That's what I'm
So-
saying.
Wait, so
Wait.
is Misha Collins in hell?
Yes.
Yes. Because
Because
he's,
he's gay.
Essentially.
I think he made it. What did he do? He made a deal with the devil that he could never be happy. And he was so happy when he finally confessed his gay feelings that he was truly happy for the first time. And he went to turbo hell. I think that's what happened.
And then Dean was like, damn, that sucks. And that was the end.
Again, I've genuinely never
And
seen
he
this
died
show. I only
of-
watched the one scene where he goes to turbo hell. It was really
What
funny.
did he die? What is that called?
Tetanus.
He died of tetanus.
No, he didn't die of tetanus, but...
What?
No, he got stabbed, but
I don't
the
want
stabbing
anybody-
killed him, not the tetanus.
What? Okay, wait, hold on. What the fuck is turbo hell? Like,
I don't know.
It's hell, but
like
more,
hell
I guess.
with-
I don't know.
I think it's
It was
extra
in
hell.
Dante. You know, there's like different levels you go down.
It's something like
Wait,
that.
why
I
is that
believe
like
it's a
turbo?
technical term.
I don't think
turbo
that's
It was
what
the
it's called.
10th layer.
I think that's what people called it to explain. I'm sure it has some stupid like fantasy name, like the dark
Ifgarad.
space or something. I don't know.
yeah. The sunken place.
Yeah.
Just fucking Jordan Peele crossover. I just watched the How to Get Away with Murder and Scandal crossover, and
Oh,
I
they did
thought
a
it was gonna
crossover.
be bad, but it was actually really good. Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
No.
I mean, yeah, I've never watched the shows, but like I know what they are.
Never mind, it's fine. It's
I'm
fine.
sorry.
No, it's okay. So glad
We
we
do
could
stand
talk about
Shonda.
that.
Yeah.
Should we? Okay, so I've really gotten into fictional characters over the quarantine, and I just think that it's like, is that a correlation or a causation? Like, is my loneliness making me like think about people that aren't real because
I think
nothing
so.
feels real?
I've been like watching a lot more YouTube in quarantine because it makes me feel like there's a connection between me and a person.
But
'Cause I
those
can't
aren't
go
real
outside.
people.
I mean, I feel like it's kind of similar
That's fair.
in that like it's you're
Okay, but
imagining
what are your
what it's
opinions
like
on
to
VTubers?
interact.
What are
What the fuck is a
VTuber?
VTuber?
Pardon?
It's a VTuber.
None of you know what a VTuber is? Oh god.
No.
Okay.
Is it like a type of tuber?
It's like
Potato?
it's like someone that
Potato, yeah.
streams, but instead of their actual self being like a part of the stream,
Oh,
they
I do know
have
what these are.
an anime,
It's like
character
an AI
yeah, that
situation.
like follows.
Yes,
their
I have heard of
movements,
these.
and they're really
The
big
fuck?
now.
I think that would be great
this-
for me because I don't want to show my face. I could just be a hot big titty anime GF and I could get famous.
This is like straight
You
out of Black
already
Mirror.
are a hot big
Hot big
anime.
titty anime GF. Look at my big anime eyes.
I think anime noises are the best part of anime. Okay, great. Valentine's Day. Oh shit.
Stay.
Valentine's
Should I not
Day.
swear? I feel like I'm gonna have to like take out all of my swearing, and it's
Oh.
happened like already like 5 times.
Really?
We'll bleep it in
Oh, I'll
post.
stop. I can bleep it.
What if you use, like,
is
somebody's-
this like a warm up episode, or
Is this gonna see the light of day?
is this gonna see the light of day?
I don't know. I think it's going well. We've gotten content out of this.
Yeah.
I mean, have you listened to actual podcasts? Like, they're not that.
Have I ever
substantive,
listened to a podcast? Yes, I have.
Ever
listened
heard
to
of a podcast before?
No,
Yeah, you idiot.
But like, I feel like a lot of the podcasts I've listened to are there's There's like some underlying like schedule or
Yeah.
something.
Well, we have lists of things.
I suppose. Yes.
We have asteroids.
Okay, well, I'm
Asteroids.
sorry. I've had a busy week, Lior.
No,
Trying
I'm
my
not.
best.
I'm not tripping you at all. Like no.
I'm
I
kidding.
just I've never been on like we are doing a podcast form I've never done before. I've had no exposure to.
I have listened to a lot of podcasts where people are just like, "Hey, what do you think happens when we die?" Like, and then they're like, "Whoa," and then everyone's like 5 stars, like
Best podcast.
best podcast ever.
Isn't
I
that
do
what
think
Joe
it's
Rogan
interesting-
does?
Yeah, truly.
I do think it's interesting
I've-
when people who are like famous for, you know, being actors or making YouTube videos or something, and then they're like, okay, I'm going to do a podcast. And they just kind of
It's
like, are like,
terrible.
hey. And then everyone's like, amazing, just because, you know, they like them already. And so they don't have to put any effort into their podcast. they can just vibe.
All you have to do is just talk for 50 minutes, and that's already
Yeah.
success. Meanwhile, like, I am Michael Barbaro. Like, I don't know what to say.
Meanwhile, we're out here making top quality content
Exactly.
and not getting the recognition.
Putting in all the effort.
Recognition. we
Recognition.
deserve. Oh man. Okay. Valentine's Day. What are y'all's plans? I know we all have.
I'm probably going to
So
go
many
home.
things to do.
It's a long weekend.
Valentine's Day, February 14th this year, is my dog's 16th birthday, and if she
Aw.
lives that long, I will be celebrating that.
Sweet 16 for Stella. We're real
Stella.
excited.
That's so wholesome.
I've never met Stella, but I love her.
Besides the part that you're like, if she doesn't die by then, that's not.
She's
super
so
wholesome.
old.
I just have to be honest with myself. She has a lot of health problems.
Oh.
She's an old lady.
She's a
but,
old lady.
We stand, you know? She's doing her best. She's hanging on there.
Yeah, that's
She can
impressive.
kind of walk still.
16.
Does she have a will to live?
She has some will to live.
Because sometimes I feel like my dog does not have a will to live. My dog is, you know, she's like 9. Like, she's chill. But, like, we got her a new water bottle for Christmas because she drinks out of a hamster bottle.
Oh my gosh.
She has
Is
like
this
a she has she's a Shih Tzu, so she has like a beard, and like it gets all wet and drippy if she drinks out of a bowl, so she drinks out of a hamster bottle instead. We got her a new hamster bottle, and like sometimes you have to kind of press it a few times before the water gets going, and she doesn't like to do that with her tongue, and so she will just come over to me and look at her water bottle and look at me and be like, fix it, like with her eyes. She's like, fix it for me. And I'm like, what would you do if we weren't here for you? You just lay on the floor and die. Like, and we give her dog food and she does not want it. She will only eat chicken from Costco. She doesn't like chicken from Market
What a
Basket.
snob.
She's the worst. Sometimes she doesn't want chicken, sometimes she wants ham.
Oh, damn.
Sometimes
Fancy
she wants
dog.
roast beef.
Ham, girl.
It's a piggy dog.
Yeah.
I feel like
But
dogs
she
can be very
deserves it. She's a
passive-aggressive.
princess. Oh my god, my dog is so passive aggressive.
They just like stare.
I have 2 rescue dogs, and one's a mom, and one's a daughter, and they're both in a really toxic. They're in a really toxic relationship. Like, and it's like really like I don't know why they're like bonded apparently or whatever that means, but it's like it feels like How to Get Away with Murder. Like all of the relationships are toxic and codependent and like weird and like slightly Oedipal, but it's fine, I guess. But we can't separate them because they'll literally die, I think. But they're already like about to kill each other.
Oh my
They just,
God.
Like, fight, like physically. I guess they don't really like. You can't fight verbally if you're a dog. Like,
They can
I
bark
hate
at
you,
each
Mom.
other.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dog will like give you the silent treatment. Like she'll refuse to look at you and she'll like turn her back to you if she's angry, which is all the time because she's so sensitive. It's like, oh, you know, I was having a slice of cheese and I didn't give her half of it. She's
No.
angry.
You monster.
Yeah, I really I
She
should give her all the
deserves half.
cheese. Yeah, she deserves
I
half.
think that. Oh, sorry. I think that CVS putting out all those Valentine's Day stuff to get us back onto the strict format that we've set up for ourselves. I think that CVS putting out all of those Valentine's Day, like strawberry white chocolate candies and teddy bears is a cruel joke.
Yeah,
for
it's a
the
pandemic,
time.
bro.
Like,
I agree.
they're not gonna sell anything. So is it just to, like, make us feel bad?
Yes.
It's because they already produced this stuff like 5 years ago. Yeah. It just sits in a warehouse.
Yeah.
They need to sell it.
Like any of those things that they sell, like the family pack or the packs to share at this point, like what? It's a cruel joke. Who's sharing anything with anyone anymore?
You guys don't just buy those for yourself?
I do. That's what I do now.
Well, I think that's
I actually
that's-
don't. I just felt like the joke
Yeah, they're
needed
just
to be made.
targeting it toward us. But, like, it's just, like, the only people in relationships really are people that were already in relationships before this started.
Mm.
And, like, so, but everywhere I go, I see freaking huge teddy bears and all this stuff, and I'm like, who is this for? Only, like, 3% of people are in relationships right now. Either they've all fallen apart, or they already existed, or, so, I don't know, it's just weird, and like...
Well, the huge teddy bears kind of make sense, Like, maybe if you want someone to spoon with, or just someone to be around.
Yeah, you're just lonely.
That is very cute, and it's kind of sad, actually.
You're, like, making
I guess it's,
breakfast, and you just have them sitting at the table.
Yeah, actually,
Like,
that's
make a
not very
plate for
cute. Yeah.
And then you eat it.
That's not as cute. I thought that was cuter than it actually was, but it's the same thing as having, like, an anime body pillow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was in high school once, I went to Costco and they had a giant teddy bear, and I was like, I'm gonna hug it. We have, like, a picture of me hugging it, but, like, I was broken inside. I just wanted a hug. Jeez. I was, like, 16. I was like, I just want a hug, man. My parents thought I was, like, being quirky, and, like, I was, but also, like,
You wanted the
I
hug?
wanted a hug.
Jesus. Are you good?
Me? Oh, I'm great.
That was not convincing.
Good.
Yeah,
No,
I
I
know.
really
It
am.
sounded really fake.
Fantastic.
So,
this was
so
this was
good.
4 years ago.
Okay, let's talk about moving in. How is everyone, is anyone living in a new place now, or are they all just moved back into their original dorm?
Back at it
back
again at the old place.
The only thing you
Yeah.
had to do
Did
was
you have
move
to
the
do-
fridge down, right?
Yeah.
I like.
Sarah's a mini
What?
fridge. Sarah's a mini fridge. We thought she would have to move rooms, so we brought it up the stairs. But she didn't, so we brought it back down the
Yes.
stairs. I wasn't there for that part, but...
I
And
thought
it
I was
worked.
going to move upstairs to escape the random freshmen that they would be placing in our apartment, but then they didn't do that. So I stayed downstairs.
It's better for the freshmen that way. We would
Yeah.
have terrorized them.
Yeah, we have an empty space in my place also, because one of our roommates moved out, and we didn't get a freshman either. Which, thank
Yeah.
fucking God.
Yeah,
We had
last
2
year-
empty spaces.
Yeah, we
didn't-
hate freshmen.
Yeah,
If
fuck
you're a
freshmen.
freshman listening
Yeah.
to this
Fuck you.
podcast,
No.
We don't
turn
want
it
Freshman
off.
out.
Last year when I was living in a duplex, we had a new roommate move in, like a new freshman. His name is Grayson. So if you're listening, hello Grayson.
Yo, shout out to
and-
We
Grayson.
hate
Shout
you,
out
we
Grayson.
hate you, Grayson.
But Grayson's
You're
a second year
freshman.
now. He's good.
He
Oh, you're cool, man.
Shout out to Grayson.
he had a girlfriend. We never saw him. He was always at his girlfriend's place.
Oh, weird.
And then
Whipped.
Shout out to
Randomly.
Grayson's girlfriend.
random, but turns out a friend of mine had another friend had a NUN roommate move into their apartment, and it was, without knowing, it was Grayson's girlfriend. So I was at their apartment, and then
my
all of
God.
a sudden the door opens, and I make eye contact with my roommate Grayson, and I had no idea it was there, and it's just like, what was happening?
That's so
that
funny.
has happened to me, but with, like, friends. Remember
Yeah.
when I came, Lior, to your party?
Yeah.
And there were those people who were like, Maddie! And I'm like, how do you know these people? Like,
Wait, I don't remember that. Who?
oh, okay. Well, it was just some people that I had known from, like, another place. And there was, like, I don't really know how, like, they would have known any of you guys. And I don't think I ever really got an answer on that. But, like, I just walked in and these two people from, like, a completely different part of my life were there. And I was just like...
It was
It's like when I met Katy and TNR, and then later my roommates last year were like, oh, we're gonna room with our friends Grace and Katy, and, you know, we'll meet them. And then it just was Katy, who I already knew.
Oh,
I just
It was
infiltrated
amazing.
them. Yeah,
You're a spy.
I am.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a stand-up show coming up.
Yes, we
on
do.
The
The
January
30th.
Saturday.
sorry that I didn't know that. But we all have done stand-up at one point or another. Believe it or not, given how unfunny this podcast is. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to talk about like our joke rating process and like sort of walk you through how weird and unformatted that is. I think of funny things. Usually it comes up in conversation where I just say something, I'm like, oh, that could be a joke. But I know some other people like sit down and like write jokes, which is like not something that I can do. So I'd love to hear that. Can you guys do that?
Is there an order, or should we just go?
Let's go right to left.
Wait, I don't know
What?
I don't know what that.
Lior, just go. You already started talking.
Okay. Well, I have a big Google Doc, and anytime I hear something funny or I think something is, I'll write it there. And
Like when you hear another comedian tell a joke, you're like, "That's funny." Let me write it down.
exactly.
Take
So I
this.
write down other people's jokes, and then I say them exactly at the stand-up show, and it gets laughs. And I keep doing no. Like, well, sometimes I'll write down it. Sometimes I'll write down a joke that I like, someone else's joke that I like, because I want to try doing, like, it's like taking notes. Like, I want to do something. I like what they're doing, which I did a lot with Dimitri Martin and Pete Holmes. But otherwise, I just write on a Google Doc funny ideas. I think the last thing I wrote on my Google Doc was something about Canada Goose.
Man, I hate Canada Goose.
Yeah, okay. I have a theory about Canada Goose. They travel in packs or flocks, if you will. Yeah. So it's always half finished, and you just kind of like come back to it and write more, and that's it.
Did you know a flock of geese is actually called a gaggle?
Well, the fool is me.
Yeah, I should say so. Idiot.
But yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Write that in,
Great.
Lior. Write that down.
Yeah,
Gaggle?
you're
Yeah,
That is
gaggle.
stupid. All right. Geese are gaggle, and Lior is stupid.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
I think that joke's pretty much done now.
All right, it's good to go. And now I go do a show, and that's it. But yeah, the process is a lot different in COVID than normal. Usually, you'd have like workshops, talk to friends, go to open mics, do stuff like that.
You get ridiculed and
Mhm.
beaten down and
Yeah,
yelled
open
at.
mics are horrible. They really just like
Don't go on a date to an open mic where you're performing, because if you do, you might do badly.
there.
And then-
There's, yeah, it's not great. Even if you have good material, you could still bomb because it's an
Or
open
don't,
mic.
or wait, especially don't bring your friends the first time.
Oh yeah, I would never bring my friends to an open mic.
Because I was gonna
Ever.
do an open mic with my set, and then I was like, oh my god, I should invite my friends, and then I was like, I should
No,
not invite my
should
friends.
not.
Because what you're inviting them to is like 45 minutes beforehand of like very hit or miss stand up from like strange white men, and then no offense guys,
No,
but, like a
totally
lot of the,
valid. Totally
a
true.
lot of the people that go up there are just like
Bad.
in like 2 steps away from like becoming an incel, and like it's like not sorry guys,
Like they
not
would,
you.
they would have written a manifesto, but this is way easier.
Yeah, if
Like-
this doesn't work out for them, it's gonna be a manifesto and it's gonna be on 4chan, and we just like we need to laugh
Yeah.
at their jokes because otherwise they'll be like,
It'll
Like,
be
Yeah,
worse.
they're like going there specifically so people won't laugh at their jokes, and then they can write a Facebook post being like,
like,
PC
"It's all
culture
women."
run amok.
oh yeah,
Nobody
Yeah, it's
can
like
joke
women
about
as
anything
well.
anymore.
Yeah. No, because you're signing them up for
Joker
that
2019.
45 minutes minimum, and then you go up, and you're like, oh well, there's no way that I can be worse than those people. Guess what? There's a solid chance that you're gonna be worse than those people.
And the thing is, the people you're performing to are often other comedians who are not focused on what you're saying because they're trying to get their set in order, and the other half of people are just drunk and they don't care.
They're like, get off the stage, idiot!
Like there was one person who had this super deep laugh, and he followed us. He went to a bunch of different open mics, and he would only laugh when you bombed. So if you bombed, he would cackle in the back. It was
What a
so
dick.
demoralized. The first time I did an open mic, I did the Middle East in Cambridge, and some guy and the stage is against the window, and some guy started doing funny faces behind me, and I thought people were laughing at my jokes, but they were laughing at him. Like it was so bad. Anyway,
That was before the manifesto, right, Lior?
that was before the person who went before me went on a tirade against women in general.
That's funny.
That was it.
They weren't even
Hilarious.
jokes.
No,
I would have laughed.
They weren't. It was like, it's funny.
I also would have laughed. I would have been like,
It was like, it's funny because she said no to me and then we still had sex. I'm like, that's not funny. But it was like horrible.
What?
A lot of them are just Bill Burr impersonators who haven't realized
Oh,
that Bill
God.
Burr is funny
Bill
and that
Burr
they're
would
not.
have never said that. That's not a Bill Burr joke.
But they think that
to
Bill
be like,
because
haha, I raped a woman.
but they think
That's not
no,
Bill
they
Burr.
didn't. They didn't. I don't think anything was like nobody actually said like they raped somebody. I don't think.
Well, he just did. Okay, well.
It's
wait,
more like he's saying like very off-color, weird shit about. People always think that things that are dirty are funny, but that's not the case. Like
Yeah, no. Well, it's also like
That's-
subverting expectations. You know what I mean? Like it's like that's why like I quite like Anthony Jeselnik. Like he says a lot of things that are like really like out of order and like not okay, but it's not just because they're like dark or like
yeah,
weird. It's also the fact that he is like crazy with like the subverted expectation and like
yeah.
the like like twist.
He's
and,
so
like,
word
just-
perfect, like everything.
and he's so hot. And
That's always
I think
good,
that
yeah.
he's like
Always helps.
so hot.
well,
I didn't like the beard at first, but it really grew on me. It also grew on him, but I also really liked the beard, and maybe that's why I let him be so like. That's why I let him be on my TV. It's like I'm like this is like really problematic, but you're very attractive.
Yeah.
So.
well, most of the people at open mics have not quite figured that out yet, and it's pretty.
But they're not attractive.
Oh no,
Or-
that
Being
just 'cause it's
attractive
dirty.
is the key.
Just because it's dirty
Right.
doesn't mean it's funny.
And you have to be clever too.
Yeah.
It's not just like,
There was
ooh, I'm
Yeah.
gonna do a racism. Like it's like no.
oh man. Yeah,
Um,
they're always going to open mics is always crazy.
Yeah, jeez.
There was somebody who was a vice presidential candidate for the Cthulhu Party, and he was just talking about Cthulhu for 5 minutes.
You talked about this, and it wasn't funny, right?
I mean, he was really into it. Like, if it was a character, he never broke character. Like seriously,
That's
like
good, yeah.
I
Somehow-
thought that he
That's
thought
impressive.
he was. Yeah, he was handing out pamphlets. It was kind of.
Was it funny though?
I'd say so. I say it could have been. It was definitely entertaining. It was definitely interesting. I was listening to what he was saying. He didn't. He
You
didn't
were-
convince me, but it was so interesting.
Yeah, I'm a convert.
Yeah. So anyway, it's like my 500th
Vote
days
Cthulhu.
of in the religion
Yeah.
of Cthulhu.
Do you still have the pamphlet, Lior?
I do not. Oh, there was another crazy time we went doing open mics, and this guy gave me tips. This drunk guy off the street asked us where we could watch the football game, and we were just outside in between sets. And we said, there might be a TV on in here, but it's a stand-up show. And he said, stand-up? I love jokes. I'm going to come inside. And so he wrote, like, I did my set, and then he wrote on a napkin a bunch of advice. And gave it to me. That was my first time doing an open mic. And one of his, I wish I have a photo of it, but I wish I had, let me pull up.
Was it good
It was
advice?
ridiculous. No, it was horrible.
Oh.
It was terrible.
That's
It
what
was
matters.
Like, it was like, be like, he was, okay, I'm just gonna find it. It was like, be fake racist or something. I'm like, no.
Oh.
Like, what? It was like, and then he told me, he was like, he leaned over to me, and like when we're about to go, he wanted to roll with us. He wanted to like, thought we were going to a party afterwards, and he was like, oh, it's like a 40-year-old.
Have you met us? Like,
He was a 40-year-old engineer from Kentucky. No, he's from Virginia, but he told me a joke. He told me a joke, and he said, oh, let me tell you a funny joke. And he said, my wife's from Kentucky. That was the whole joke. That was it.
Oh.
And it's like, well, no, I don't know what's funny about that.
My wife.
Like,
my wife.
I'll tell you a joke. My wife.
My wife.
it was
That's
so
a great
much.
joke.
Very good.
He gave me 5 tips, I remember.
This guy sounds like an idiot.
These are
It
the
was
fun-
Lior, do you
really
think
fun.
he's listening now?
If he is, you're the reason why I'm still doing comedy, so thank you.
Is he? Because he would sound like the reason why I would stop doing
It was
comedy.
just so much. I did not expect anything like that to happen.
Maybe he can
I
give us
just
some
can't
podcast tips.
He would be fun on the podcast.
He sounds like so stupid.
It was so chaotic. We literally just caught him. Like, he was just walking down the street, visibly drunk. It was so much. Alright.
Damn. And it was just like, did he carry a pen with him, Lior? Did he just like pull it out?
No, he
Was
wrote it in
prepared?
Sharpie on a napkin.
Okay, did he carry the Sharpie with him, or did he just steal
I
it
have
from the
no
bar?
idea. For all I
He's just
know,
a resourceful guy.
it could
He's
not
just-
have been a Sharpie. He could have
Okay.
written it in crayon. Like, I don't know.
Because
It's
here's
just-
what I'm
just, like-
thinking.
Yeah, what are you thinking?
What if he's he's an undercover stand-up critic, and he's world renowned. You just didn't
What if he's a
recognize him.
scout and he's just like he's just undercover.
Yeah,
And like, he's not, he doesn't have what it takes, but I'm gonna give him some tips.
he saw a lot of
one of
potential in
those-
you.
One of those undercover stand-up critics that are everywhere these days.
And they always write in Sharpie on napkins.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
their,
my
it's
God.
their
Beef.
tell.
Be fake racist.
I
I
think
feel like
one
you
of
actually
them,
could make like a Facebook post, like an alarming Facebook post being like, if you get a napkin with Sharpie written on it, this is a message from a cult and they're trying to recruit you. And I think it would go viral. It would end up on Snopes.
Probably would.
let me find. I gotta find it.
I see stuff like that all the time. They're like, if a woman says this to you outside of David Buster's, she's trying to kidnap you for sex trafficking.
Oh, that's a big issue.
And I'm like, oh god, I hope that doesn't happen to me.
That is a big issue with
That's
Dave
a
and
big
Buster's.
issue with Dave and Buster's. Like at the mall near where I live, there's always posts going around that are like, if you see these two women and they say this to you, sex trafficking.
It always seems like they want there to be like a code or something. They're like, here's, if they give you water at a job interview, it's sex trafficking. And like maybe that could happen, but like I don't think there's like a code, or like the thing where they put a rubber band around your rear view mirror. That means you're gonna get carjacked. They're sending a message to their buddies that you're an easy target. I'm like, they are.
What?
I don't think that's how it works.
Oh, I found it.
Ooh.
Oh.
I
That's
almost
not
got
true.
sex
Nope, that's not
trafficked out of
true.
a Panera Bread at one point,
Oh,
Pardon?
but I'm gonna save it for another episode.
all right.
How is this
Keep
so hard to
watching for
find?
more sex trafficking stories.
The sex
Keep
trafficking
listening.
special.
Yeah, I mean, like, if, like, we could do, like, an informational episode, but I feel like we would be, like, the worst people to get advice from.
Yeah.
Just tell them jokes. Be like, hey, how about this airline food? And they're like, shut up. Like, shut up, I need to put a rubber band on your rearview mirror. I need to give you water outside of Dave and Buster's in your job interview.
I'm gonna ask for directions to the Dave and Buster's.
Outside the Dave and Buster's. Okay, it looks like we're coming up on an hour, so, Lior.
Lior, the 5 advice, 5 pieces of tip
Okay, I'm trying. Okay,
for everyone
I'm
listening.
trying to find it. I'm trying to find it, and I don't know why it's so hard to
I
find.
found it.
Oh, I found it. Okay.
Okay.
It was on my Snap memories. Why was that so hard? Okay. All right. Here are the piece of advice. Don't rush. Let it marinate. I want to point out that he misspelled marinade.
How did he spell it?
And then crossed it out and wrote nade next to Mara. Like, he wrote Mara, tried to finish marinade, crossed out what he wrote, and wrote nade on the other side.
Important.
Alright, surprise them on what they suspect and pull the rug out of these fuckers. Again, a lot of this is speculation because he kind of like scribbled over, and I can confirm this is not a Sharpie.
Advice.
So that's
Oh my
not
God.
terrible advice.
Okay,
Like, I guess.
this next one is really horrible. He says leverage your race, and then
Meaning white?
It's I don't know. He
White.
says
He may mean
What?
you 70.
I don't trust
Eyes.
anyone who calls Jewish a race.
No,
That's not a race. It's white people.
I think he just maybe he was just really drunk and didn't know what he was saying because it looks like he's saying squinty in parentheses underneath. And then
Did he think?
in parentheses next to it says sorry.
what if he got confused with you and someone else? Like he thought
And then
This is bad.
and then the last one is make up a fake racist joke. And then there's a whole lot of scribble next to it saying
What is fake
no.
racism?
I don't
As
know.
opposed to real
I'm pretty sure-
racism.
I'm pretty
As opposed to real racism.
I'm pretty sure if anybody thinks you're being racist, there's probably a good chance that you are being racist. Like,
Or at least you're impacting someone in that way.
No,
Yeah.
it's fake.
like-
It's fine.
It's totally
It's
fake.
fake.
that's like
He's subverting expectations and pulling out of the rug of these motherfuckers.
like it was so bizarre.
What does that mean? Pulling the rug from what? He's like
Steal
from
their
these
rug.
You're taking a rug
was like,
away.
take out of it.
Take the rug and put it in your house.
They have a rug. Take it out.
Take it.
Leave.
And they're
Take the
fuckers.
rug.
And they're fuckers.
And they're fuckers.
Wait, I'll just send it to you guys.
Rug fuckers.
Alright. Rug fuckers. That's the name of the episode.
Yeah. Episode 1, rug fuckers.
Alright. Well, that is the end
That's
of
it.
the episode.
Okay.
Thank you for listening to us talk about racist comedian critics that Lior frequents their company on the... No, I'm
Of
just
course.
kidding.
No.
Yeah. No, thank you all for listening. Sarah, Katy, and Lior, thank you all for coming on. You will be back, I'm sure, in maybe this arrangement or in another one, but that sounded weird. What I meant was they might all be back on together, or they might be in a different combination with some other people from TNR. I'm Maddie. Maddie and I was gonna say Maddie and I. Ryan and I will be on the next episode, hopefully, if Ryan doesn't die.
hopefully not.
If Ryan doesn't die on Tuesday at 7:36 p.m.
By Asteroids.
Yeah, that's oddly specific.
But-
By an astro.
By the hitman I hired.
Who's a transformer?
Who is
Runs
a
the Rock.
transformer and a rug fucker. Wow, we're already making inside jokes. This is great. Intro music, outro music. Is that gonna be a thing?
And thanks to our sponsors.
Oh. Who are our sponsors, Ryan?
Today's episode of the TNR Podcast was sponsored by Post-its for when you need to write things down. This is true. Don't check it out.
Do not contact Post-its or they will write us a cease and desist.
Don't ask them.